When the moon hits your eye and you don't really know why, carbonara, carbonara. Hello everyone, I'm Tupperware Pete. Yes, I'm going to do a carbonara with a twist. It's strange things happen, how you going around the twist. I'm going to use the MicroPro grill. This is the oven that goes into the microwave, right? Yes, it's metal. Yes, it goes into the microwave. Yes, it's very, very safe, right? Now, let's take the glasses off. I don't know what's happening with the lighting. So, this is a fry pan that goes into the microwave. Oh, did I just spit all over the camera? Sorry about that. This is a fry pan that goes into the microwave. It's an under the grill, it's an oven, it's a toaster, it's a sandwich press, it's a, did I say barbecue? It all goes into the microwave, and it's the best invention ever. It's called the MicroPro grill, right? So, in here, I'm going to do, it's going to be like, it's like a carbonara veggie bake, right? So all I'm going to do in here, let's pop that back over here. I am in a motel, and instead of spending $20 on a meat pie and a can of Coke, I've spent less than $20 on a couple of chicken tenders, 50 grams of bacon, and some veggies. So let's get cracking. Let's move the glasses over here. So we'll pop them over there. What we're going to do is first, we're going to grab this. You know what it's called? No need to ask, it's a smooth choperator. It is a smooth choperator. Smooth choperator. It is a smooth choperator. I've got some garlic cloves. You can throw in as little or as many as you like. I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're tiny garlics. I live alone. So we're going to throw in some garlic into there. Now, in here, I have got, this is the One Touch Fresh. This is the oval set. So these go into the pantry, but they also go into the refrigerator. So all you have to do is grab the tab, peel the seal. There is my sweet potato that I've prepped, and I've popped that into the fridge. So let's just throw a few bits of sweet potato into there, and we might save the rest. I might do a sweet potato frittata for breakfast tomorrow. How delicious is that going to be? In here, I have got, I've got some bacon and some chicken. So what we're going to do is, let me just show you. I just went to the supermarket and I just bought 50 grams of diced bacon, all right? So what we're going to do is pop this in here. I've got my 50 grams of diced bacon. Let's move that, let's pop that into the sink. Can you see what I'm doing here? There we go. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. I've got my MicroPro grill. And we've got some 50 grams of diced bacon. Let's just pop that into here. Oh, bacon and sweet potato. It's looking delicious already. If I was in Canada, I'd probably use some maple syrup. But we're not in Canada, so we're not using any maple syrup, all right? So we've got the garlic in here. In my other little silicone bag, now these silicone bags are brilliant. You can use them when you're traveling. I've got my socks and jocks in them. I've got shaving, toiletries. I put some ties in another one. And when you're not using them as storage containers for your luggage, you can pop them in the fridge, you can pop them in the freezer, you can pop them in the microwave, in the oven, you can pop them in a sous vide on the stovetop, and you can pop them in the, did I say microwave? You can pop them everywhere, right? Half an onion. Let's do this. Let's show you. We're going to grab half an onion, and we will just, I've got my little chopper right here. We're going to chop this red onion just into little bits. And I've just, now I can just save them. There we go. I've got my red onion. I've just chopped that up into little bits, right? I'm going to pop this straight into my supersonic chopper. Right? There's my supersonic chopper, and we'll throw it into there. All we're going to do is, if it was raining in your neck of the woods and you forgot to go for your hour-long walk this morning, like maybe somebody did, you can get a cardiovascular workout happening in the privacy of your own home with the smooth choperator. It's called a supersonic compact. They're brilliant. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's pop this. You got to make sure that the blades are sitting on that little peg bit, right? And then see the hole in the top? That goes over that little red stem there. It's like a bayonet light bulb. You turn that on. Now, if you just want it to be a rough chop, just a couple of pulls of the cord, and there's a rough chop. We've got a few there. We probably overfilled it. Please respect the fill line. But we want it to be quite diced, right? So what we're going to do is, There we go. Blitzed, baby. Absolutely yummy. There's my red onion and my garlic. I'm going to pop that straight into here. I've got my slimline silicone spatula. That's heat resistant. You can actually use that as a wooden spoon. And because it's Tupperware, it's not going to absorb any odour. It will not go mouldy. It won't absorb any colour or flavour. And you can stir that around to melt chocolate, or you can stir it to, like, stir your spag bowl sauce on the stovetop, right? I've just got here onion and garlic. I used it the other night to make a caramel ganache in the silicone bag in the microwave. How amazing is that? Tupperware is really versatile. It'll do almost anything, right? Well, there's a product that'll do everything. So, we've got the onion and we've got the garlic happening into here. Let me just show you. There we go. Sweet potato, and we've got our onion and our garlic. We'll just mix that around. There we go. Easy as, right? Now what we're going to do is grab our chicken. We've got some somebody did ask me, Pete, you don't seem to cook with red meat very often. I do. I cooked a lamb chop the other day, but I do like my chicken and I do like my salmon. And I do eat red meat, not very often, but every now and again I'll do a good lamb chop or a steak, or I'll do. I haven't made a spag bog in a while, so we might do a spag bowl soon. What we're going to do is grab our chicken. I've just got 3 chicken tenders that I've got down here. Let me move this out the way. Can you see this? Let's just pop this into little chunks, and we will. Next time I'm going travelling, I'm going to bring my Tupperware Mastro knives. I really miss my Tupperware knives. Let's throw this chicken into the mix. We've got a couple of... And the Mastro knives are brilliant because they're wide enough. You can use them as a bench scraper and as a chopper or as a cleaver. And there's even got a little paring knife in there as well. And they match all of the Mastro cookware. You know the Mastro cookware that goes on the stovetop and in the oven? They're in that same range. They're just awesome. If you do click the link, the shopping link, to have a look, just do a search for Mastro or do a search for cookware or something, and they'll all come up. They're absolutely brilliant. You can pop them on the stovetop and in the oven. So there's our chicken. We've got our chicken into here, right? We'll just fold this around. Okay, there we go. Let's just give our hands a bit of a wash. And luckily, Tupperware do tea towels. So I always recommend grab a couple and you can take them with you. Now there's our chicken, there's our bacon, our onion, our garlic, our sweet potato. Now, I've got some Brussels sprouts. So let's just grab this, and we are going to pop this into quarters. We're just popping a Brussels sprout into quarters, and we'll pop them into here. Just got a little bit, because, you don't have to use Brussels sprouts whole. And most people don't know how to cook Brussels sprouts. The trick is not to overcook them. So don't ever boil veggies. If people are still boiling veggies, don't do it, right? So I've just got 3 Brussels sprouts. I've halved them and quartered them. We're going to pop them into there. And that's going to be divine, right? And you don't really cook. What I've heard with some people say is, oh, I don't cook. Well, I don't cook either. When you use Tupperware, you assemble. You don't cook, right? So it really does make life very easy. In here, I have got, this is my other One Touch Fresh. This is my One Touch Fresh oval in the large size, right? And I've just got all of my veggies in here. So let's throw in a few cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. Let's just throw in a couple of cherry tomatoes. We'll dot them all around over there. I've got some mushrooms as well. So let's throw in some mushrooms. But you know what? Let's blitz it, because I want the mushrooms for the flavour rather than for the slices and the texture. So I want to add that in to the mix. So all I'm going to do is just pop that straight into my chopper. And if you've got people in your household, or maybe yourself, you might not like eating mushrooms, but you still want like a good non-animal protein, or you've got someone in your household that doesn't like mushrooms and it's like, oh, I'm not cooking 4 meals. What you do is you blitz your mushrooms up in here. No one will ever know that they're eating mushrooms, and you're going to get a good dose of B12 into them, right? So we will just give this a bit of a blitz. It's a mushroom blitz. Look at that. There's our blitzed mushrooms. We will pop this over here. Let's just grab this and we will pop that straight over there. Yum, when the moon hits your eye and you don't really know why, carbonara. All right, let's just move this around. We've got our mushrooms, and you know what we're going to do? We are going, oh, let's use some capsicum. I've got some capsicum. Let's use some of this. I bought it for this very reason, so we may as well, right? We're filling this up. This is what it looks like so far. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. All right, so let's pop this in here. All right, and then we'll be on our way. Let's pop this capsicum into here. Oh. We'll just rip this up into pieces, and we're going to blitz this capsicum up into here, because that's not only going to add in colour, it's also going to add in a freshness of flavour. We'll just blitz that up, just a few pulls of the cord. We're going to throw that into here, and we will, oh, there's a big bit, that's okay. We'll just, there we go. Yum-o. Yum-o. Okay. Then, we've got all these broccoli florets. Let's throw this into here. Let's throw in, we might save some of these. So we've got some broccoli florets into here as well, right? So all I'm going to do is just break them up into little bits. We'll throw them into the mix into here as well. And there we go. Just little broken bits of florets into here. Broccoli. Do you say broccoli or broccoli? I'm not sure. Do you know, I know someone that didn't know what broccoli was until they were 18 years old. True story. All right, so make sure that you buy your broccoli. Make sure everybody knows what it is. And there we go. Yummo. And now what we're going to do is, we've got this packet of French onion soup mix. I want to eat this now. All right. And we've got some leftover cream. Remember I did that cake? I did my 2-ingredient cake in a bag. And I did a caramel ganache with some cream. Well, I've got the leftover cream. I've got about, I've got this much cream left, right? So we may as well just throw in here half a packet of French onion soup mix. Grab our slimline spatula, which is going to fit into here perfectly. Use that as a nice little stirrer. We're going to stir that French onion soup all the way around that cream. And actually, let's throw in some more. Yum. Oh, let's throw in, should we do the whole packet? We'll do 3/4. And then we'll just mix this up. Can you, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Yum. This tastes delicious already. All right, now we're just going to pour that. Oh, hang on. Did you see what it looks like? This is before the cream and French onion soup. Then all we're going to do is just pour this cream and French onion soup mix all over the top. Oh, yum-o. And so, what would you rather? A $20 pie and Coke? Or a carbonara veggie bake that's going to take, I'm going to put this on for the full 20 minutes in the microwave. We'll grab our slimline spatula and we will just make sure that we get every last little bit of flavour out of that cream. Cream! Yum! Now, I do have, I've just realised what I have in here. Let's pop that into there. Oh, here's the cheese. Where's the cheese? In my large silicone bag, I do have, there's the cheese wrapper, right? Incidentally, you know with these cheese wrappers, do you know what Tupperware do? With cheese wrappers, meat wrappers, single-use plastic, you know what they do? They make a whole line of products called Ecco Plus. You get salad bowls, drink bottles, lunch boxes, and drinking straws. And that's why it's called Ecco Plus. It actually reverses landfill. How amazing is that? They were the first company in the world to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this cheese. Let's just slice off a little bit of this cheese. How much shall we use? And before I do that, I've got some in here. I bought a packet of Italian mixed herbs, just like the little home brand packet, right? I've just popped them in my silicone bag. That's what I had my essential oils in when I came down. So tomorrow, or the next day, I can tip those herbs out and pack and go home. There's my Italian mixed herbs. Yum. Oh, we'll just do some of that into there. And you know what? I can't believe I asked one of the people at the motel, do you have any cayenne pepper? Oh, I do have some cayenne pepper. I went, great. So we've got a little bit of cayenne pepper. Let's grab from our reusable cutlery, let's grab one of these spoons, and I will pop the spoon into here, and we will just grab a little bit of cayenne. We'll pop that around over there, just to give it a little bit of oomph to it, right? We've got that there. Here is our cheese. Let's just cut this up into bits. When the moon hits your eye and you don't really know why, carbonara, carbonara. Here we've got our cheese. We're just going to chunkify this cheese up. I don't use a grater because I like to keep the skin on my knuckles. And I've already dirtied this chopping up the onions and the garlic, so we may as well just throw cheese through here, right? So let's pop this up here. So we're just chopping this up. This is how I grate my cheese. And when you buy grated cheese from the shops, not only is it almost double the price of a block cheese, but there's something in there called an anti-caking agent. Now, if that was actually food, it would probably be listed as food, but they list it as anti-caking agent. I don't want to put that, I don't want to eat that, so I just buy the block cheese, I grate it as I use it, and if you're storing your cheese either in your Clearmate or in your silicone bag, that's going to last for about 10 weeks. So there is our cheese. I just call this cloudy cheese because I can't remember what else to call it. So it's sort of shredded cheese. So there we go here. So there's so all I'm going to do is just pop this on the top. Might have to invite somebody in for dinner. With some friends with some carbonara. All right. There we've got a little bit more. Actually, I am going to pop a little bit more cheese in here because I've got it, and I may as well. And then that way, for those of you that sort of blinked while I was chopping up that cheese, let me do a little bit more now. All right, let me go. Here we go. Put cheese in here. I'll just chop up a little bit more. Yum-o. And how delicious is this going to be? Yum. There we go, perfect. Just a little bit more cheese on the top, so now instead of popping this in the oven as a veggie bake, we're going to pop this into the microwave. And remember, down the bottom we've got chicken and bacon, onion and garlic, we've got cherry tomatoes, capsicum, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, mixed herbs, mushrooms, some cayenne pepper and some cheese, and we're going to pop the top onto that. And we're going to pop this into the oven position. or the casserole position. So everything you do in the oven or in the barbecue or whatever, you can do in here in the casserole position. If you turn it a quarter of a turn, that squashes everything down and turns it into the grill position. We don't want to do that. We want a tiny little air in there, so we don't want to squash that cheese too much. We want it to bake like it's in the oven. And because it's metal, the bottom here, that's going to heat up to 220 degrees. The top piece is going to heat up to 220 degrees. So it's going to cook from the top down, it's going to cook from the bottom up, and it'll taste crunchy, it'll go golden brown, and as if we popped it into the oven, but we're going to pop it into the microwave, right? So, let's pop this into here. We're going to pop this in for, I'm just adjusting that down, we're going to pop it in for, oh, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. Where are we? 20 minutes. How easy is that? Now, if you want to like, follow, subscribe on any social media platform, I'm on them all as Tupperware Pete. I've got my Tupperware hob scrubber, which is perfect here for scrubbing down any of your bench spaces, and the other side is the smooth side for all of your fine bone china and crystalware. If you give me a like, a follow, and a subscribe, then you'll see photos of the finished product. So whether you're on Threads, TikTok Notes, Insta, whether you're on the Book of Face, I can pop the finished products up there, and you know what I've gone and done? I can't believe I've done this, and I've assembled it already. You know what I've done? If you've been watching, you'll know that there's one thing I've forgotten, and I don't normally do this. However, if you have a look, do you know what I've forgotten? I forgot my troubles and I'm happy. Dance the cares away. I shouted and got happy. I'll cook for you another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.